Today we're going to talk about how to remove the AC compressor from a Suzuki Cara and Autozam AZ-1. You definitely have to access the vehicle from below because there are two bolts right here, 1 and 2. These are the two I've shown you guys before when I showed you how to change the belt. There's also a pivot bolt up there around where my finger is, right above that plug. You can kind of see it recessed in there. Those are the 3 bolts you need to remove, and then you can pivot forward to loosen the tension on the belt, remove the belt, and then take the compressor off. You're gonna have to disconnect these 2 hoses that go on top, and then you can remove the whole unit. This is a 12mm bolt up top. I'm using a ratcheting wrench to kind of get at it. It's really tight. Ow, there we go. The bolts under here are also 12mm. When do you have to do this? You'll have to do this if you ever do an engine out and don't want to lose all your refrigerant and stuff. And if you're replacing the compressor like me, because my compressor I'm pretty sure is completely toast, and I'm going to replace it, and I'm probably going to make a mistake doing it because I have 2 options and I'm going to pick the bad option. Here we go, the bolt is out. Okay, now this whole compressor should be able to kind of, oh, I gotta get the belt off of it. I'm gonna try to not get my belt all goopy. Push the compressor forward, get that belt out. That is the exterior belt. Excellent. Now I can kind of just push that backwards a little bit. This is the electrical connection I need to disconnect. Kind of push down, take that out. Cool. Let's bring this out from under there so we can take a closer look at the connections. So these are soft lines here. Just kind of finagle this out, I guess. My wire loom that I added was kind of in the way. There we go. AC can kind of just drop down here. I need to get a good way to support that. I'm going to use that to support it for now. I'm going to clean off the connection points a little bit just so I don't get stuff on the lines and whatnot. Try to keep it clean. I don't know how much it matters. It probably matters. I don't know. Oop, I'm dropping crap all over my ladder and stuff. Oopsie daisies. I'm going to clean off the connection points a little bit so I don't get them dirty when I take them off. There's a lot of gunk and grease on this. Oh, that smells terrible. Okay. I'm just using my e-brake to kind of hold on to it. Probably not the recommended procedure in the manual. Undo these lines. There's not much pressure to... Oop. Oh. All right, well, I just got a face full of that. All right, I don't think there was a charge in here. It was just like residual pressure that's kind of stuck in there, kind of like 1 psi, maybe 2. Nothing came out of it. I'm pretty sure it already all leaked out because it's all coming out of the seams there. So I guess I was okay. I'm gonna remove the line. It was just kind of freaky that right when I opened it, I got sprayed in the face. So, you know, that's not nice. These are the connection points, they're right there. It's a very simple thing. It just has a little O-ring right on the connector there, and it just fits into one of these grooves in these particular spots. Make sure you change these O-rings while you have the chance. Don't be stupid like me from my fan switch incident last week. Let's take a gander at my collection of AC compressors here. This is the one that came out of my Cara, the AZ-1. This is one from the Suzuki Cappuccino I had, And this is a brand new one from a Suzuki Wagon-R. There's a guy in Britain that had like 30 of these at one point, selling them on eBay for dirt cheap. I want to say it was like $115 shipped. So I got one of them. Sorry, there's no more of those anymore. He eventually sold them all. But let's take a look at their compressor. No, let's take a look at these, what do you call these? The clutch, the AC clutch. These two are similar. Yeah, they're almost exactly the same. So these two are similar, and this one is different. I don't know what the difference is. I don't think it matters. They all have a single switch. This Wagon-R one has a different plug, so I'm gonna have to like snip the end off of like my broken AZ-1 one and kind of just swap the ends so I can just plug and play. Turning these things, that's the cool part about this. This is the Cappuccino one. I'm pretty sure this one's okay. This whole thing turns smoothly at the compressor, the clutch part here. So if this was actually engaged, this would spin. You can't hear it on camera, but I can hear like the pump or something's working in here. So I'm spinning it, and it makes a little bloop bloop noise. So that's cool. Obviously, I would expect the new one to be just as good. Spinning it, it's very smooth. There's no play in my pulley, but it makes a little metal noise. Sometimes. But the clutch, that's not right. I can force it to go, but it's not happy in there. It's very grindy. This is probably, well, it's a little bit better now that I've been spinning it, but I can feel like metallic things hitting the housing out here. So this is probably completely exploded inside. Ooh, I can actually look inside here. What's going on? What can I see? Nothing. I can see a whole lot of nothing. Okay. So I was looking at these labels. This one says R12 refrigerant, and please use that particular type of oil, like DH150CX oil. And this says refrigerant 134A and DHPS for the lubricant oil. I don't think there's a difference in the compressor itself. It's more of like the R134A runs at a higher pressure, so theoretically this is a stronger thing with different O-rings or whatever, because I was reading different, like R134A uses a different oil that isn't compatible with the standard like black O-rings or something. I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that. So I was thinking I was gonna use the Cappuccino compressor, and then just instead of using this one, because this one still pumps and works, I could use it. But I don't want to have to do this twice, so I should just not be stupid and use this one, right? I don't know. I'm going to be not stupid. I'm going to be smart here, and I'm just going to use the new part. Sound good? Using my little pick here, I'm going to get these O-rings out, then I can put on a new one. There we go. That's one. And then over here, this guy. These are really hard and like deformed. So when you take these out, that's why you got to replace them. Definitely something to note here. The bolts for this that came in the car are too big for this. You'll have to use the supplied bolt, I guess, but then the supplied bolt is way smaller than that. I mean, it should be okay. Oops, that's okay until I lose it. The original bolt has a washer and a lock washer built in. It says 8 on it. I don't know if that's grade 8. This new one is 7. It should be fine. I set up a similar situation here with a washer and a lock washer in between. So this should theoretically, oh no. Come on. Nothing can be easy. I need a much longer bolt. All right, well, guess this is a bust for right now. I need to go buy bolts. All right, fun. I did some weird way of kind of plugging up the holes by wrapping a glove around it and zip tying it. I'm gonna tuck my lines upside over there. I'm gonna drive the car without the AC compressor right now because I don't have a car right now. This is my only means of transportation. I gotta go out and buy stuff to fix this. So, oh, gotta make sure I take the belt off. Don't wanna drive with this flinging around. I don't know what's going to come of this, but I want to take this apart and take a look at what's inside because it's so seized up and grindy. This is a 10mm hex head. Oops, seize. Should probably hold on to that. Okay. This is the clutch. I mean, the clutch seems okay. There are washers and whatnot in here. I'm gonna try not to lose it, because I don't know, maybe I could put this back together and use it. I'm not sure. How does this actually come apart? There's a clip here. This is definitely not the approved method of removing the spring clip, but I don't have one of those tools. I could probably get one, but for now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of use this to pop this guy out. There we go. It's an interesting spring clip. And now that's supposed to come right out. And it does. Okay, I see. So this is the bearing that's in here that makes the pulley work. The bearing is still good. Okay. Now, oops. Now inside is another spring clip in there. I think I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to open up the entire housing here. See what's inside, if I can. Oh, I might have to take that off. Let me see. Yeah, that's not going to work, because I need to spread that open and then pull it out. So I'll continue on after I get the tool. I just got my little snap ring tool. Let's go get that snap ring out. But before I do that, let's look. I got a red AZ-1, a blue AZ-1 for my collection of stuff over there. I got a kind of whatever. Over here, I got a new Suzuki optional accessories catalog. There's like Cara interior stuff. Look, there's like curtains and like, ooh, what's that? Like a head rack for the inside? What? There's no room for that. I guess Americans are just taller. Look at all these little accessories you could get for your truck. Oh, look like a box. But this has all the cars in here. There's Jimny stuff right here. Jimny Cara. Ah, here we go. This is the Cara, just like my car. There we go. The Cappuccino's in here too. Yeah, Cappuccino. This is pretty cool, right? I also got these Suzuki books over here. One is like a maintenance part book. It has like, yeah, this one's the maintenance one. It has all the cars too. I don't know, like right here, for example. Come on. You'll see PG6SS, that's the Cara. EA11R, that's the Cappuccino. And then there's all this other random stuff that I don't know. I think CN, or yeah, CN might be the Alto. The Alto Works, Alto something, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just got these because they had Cara stuff and I'm just a hoarder. If you haven't noticed yet. And all right, got it out. This one almost didn't do it because it doesn't spread out that far. So that pulls a little ring out, put the ring down. There's that I should take off. Cool, that separates. There's another screw here, but I'm going to leave that for now. I'm just going to see if I can just open the top up. You now have full X. Oh, wait, hold on. Put this back before I lose it. The outer ones are 6mm Allens, and the inner ones are 5mm. I don't know which ones I'm supposed to take out first. I'm just going to do the outer ones. All right, there's oil on those. This one is dry. Oil on this one. I mean, it's relatively clean brown oil. I think maybe the seal failed or something. That's just where the threads are. That one's tight. I just needed a new battery. Got it right out. So, could disconnect this. Okay. Alright, so how does this open? that noise? I didn't shake it before, so I don't know if it was doing that before. Okay, I've never opened an AC compressor before. What's it look like in there? Let's find out. I'm pretty sure me dropping it is not how you're supposed to do it. There we go. Just have to pry on it a little bit. You can see that it's separated. Ooh, there's like an O-ring or something. Some sort of a gasket. Okay. Okay. It smells. So, alright. Let's get this guy out. If it'll come out. So is this the part that spins around in there? Maybe. Why don't you come out? Kind of dusty. I don't know if that's dust actually, it just might be the aluminum. This thing feels like it's aluminum. There we go. There's some contaminants in here. Does this part spin? What part spins? Is this the part that spins? I think so. Because the lines go in here. All of this should be lubricated. And this thing is bone dry. That's not too bad. I don't think this is any good. I don't know if the housing must be damaged or something, because I don't know, like there's some fresh grinding marks here, probably from me turning it. There's like grooves in here, probably from when it was being used. I don't know, there's a ridge here. Is there supposed to be a ridge there? I have no idea. But I'm just showing you what's inside of one of these right here. So, it's pretty cool. You could take these things apart and just kind of look at what's going on. I'm not sure how this part works. I don't know if this is broken. This looks like it's supposed to be like that. I don't know if this is broken. Did it just come apart at some point? I don't know. Maybe this was what caused my failure, because there's a tab here. And this one doesn't have the tab. Can't tell if it's broken though, so I have no idea. I can also take this apart. There's two hexes on that. Okay. Okay. These little pieces that came out of this. Put this back. This kind of just smells burnt. It has like that burnt smell. It's not too bad. It just has like a little burnt smell. Oop. So yeah, this is what's inside of one of these compressors. So you can have AC. Everything's just really dry. It just must have like sprung a leak somehow, and then, you know, one day it just didn't want to play anymore. Crap. Cool. That's cool. Oh, okay, so there's a bearing here, I think. Is that a bearing? Yeah, this is another bearing. It's got like a race bearing in here. There's another snap ring that holds that in. Cool. Oh, how did this go back in? I wasn't paying attention to that. All right, well, doesn't matter. I'm not putting this back together. Okay, I'm running out of time here. I got busy during the week and stuff happened, so I didn't get to work on the car. You'll also see that the car is on the other bay, so I can't really get to it right now. I just have to switcheroo the truck because Patrick from Cappuccino drives. He's a dump bed expert because that's what he works on all day. He mocked up this thing with some of my scrap wood I had. I'll get a friend over here and I can demonstrate it in the upcoming video. Over here, I got my AC flush stuff. This will be the part 2 of this current video, which I did the AC work. This is the solvent I decided to get. I looked up different ones, and like this one had decent ratings, and it was kind of described as what I wanted, where it doesn't leave any weird like residue, and it dries quickly, like that kind of stuff. And it wasn't like horribly expensive. It was, I think this was like $40-something. And then this thing, I just got this one off Amazon. It's a canister. You put the solvent in it. You hook this up to your airline and your compressor, and you just use that to blast the stuff through the system. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show you this, but I'm gonna do it in my car. I'm gonna disconnect my condenser and kind of just blast the stuff through the lines. I'll also blast the stuff through the condenser. And I have to still replace the dryer unit, so I should get this all hooked up. I have an appointment at a mechanic to get this like charged up. I don't feel like charging it up myself yet unless I have to. I found someone that's willing to work with it because they have experience in doing this. This is the kit. They don't have the tools anymore, so I had to get the AC manifold kit, and it has the vacuum pump required to kind of suck everything out. This is the compressor I will use. I showed you in the prior video. It does have oil in it already, so I gotta dump this oil out because it's probably R134 compliant stuff, or it doesn't like it's compatible with the R134A, which is what this says here. And as you know, I said I was gonna put R12 in it. Since the truck is over here, like I said, I'm gonna demonstrate that thing. And then over here, these are the massive 10-wheeler, I think. Am I right, Patrick? You said these were 10-wheeler dump bed hinges. So it's supposed to mount somewhere around here like this and then operate with that stuff. I gotta get that figured out, but before I even get there, I'm just gonna demonstrate that. I wanna put my transmission back in and at least get the truck somewhat operable as is. I think I'm gonna accept the fact that it's a little bit taller than it should be. I don't know. I'm too far into this. I'm almost a year into here, and I'm barely 50% done. So I just wanna have a working truck again. Is this too much to ask for? Also, for the Autozam AZ-1 and Suzuki Cara, there's an update on the sway bars I talked about. I already uploaded and said something about it in the Facebook group, but if you're not in there, you haven't seen it yet. So here's the photos. Here's 50 front anti-roll bars that are in 28mm, the Mazda Speed spec. There's an issue with the rear 22mm one. The manufacturer kind of have goofed it a little bit, so I think they have to remake those because I showed them a picture of where it mounts and how it works. The little variation that I can show you that they highlighted is it looks unacceptable. It probably won't fit. They insist on sending me a sample to give it like to try to fit it, but I'll humor them. I'll take a look if they do send it to me. Anyways, that might delay the thing for like another month or so, which isn't that big of a deal because that palette of sway bars, the palette of those bars, they do scare me because I bought 50 sets because that was the minimum order, so that means there's 100 bars. 100 bars, I have no idea how much that weight is. I'm scared of the shipping as is, and where am I gonna put them? I've already cleaned up a little bit in here, but like things are happening at my house, and of course, kids stuff. There's no room for anything. I got more stuff shoved back into the shed. Because Patrick, the reason he came down to visit was to pick up the Cappuccino door that I had lying around from that Cappuccino from like last year that I got and stripped down. It's in better shape than his, so he wanted it. And the funny thing was, he asked me how much I wanted for it, and I told him, bring me 2 boxes of croissants from this specific bakery in Montreal on your way down. And he did. He actually brought me some Tim Tams and some maple cookies, you know, the typical things that you would get, because why not? I'm eating 2 boxes of croissants because I'm fat. Anyways, I'm just afraid of having too many bars lying around. Like, I expect to maybe sell 10, 15 of these sway bars. So please, if you guys want sway bars, anti-roll bars, whatever, just buy a set from me just to help me get rid of them. Like, just in my mind, I'm thinking I'll sell 15 to 20 sets, like maximum. So that leaves me with 30 sets remaining. And 30 sets times 2 is 60 bars. So 60 bars have to hang around somewhere. I also know that I don't get any Japanese customers. So if you guys are watching, you know, these are cool items for your car. You should get some. I don't know how to translate that.
あなたの AZ-1 に素敵なオートザムパーツを購入してください。新しいターボアウトレットパイプからディファレンシャル、そしてアンチロールバーまで持っています。
I was also given a really good idea to reach out to like Autozam, some K-car specific vendors out in Japan, just because like, hey, if you guys want some, like I can wholesale a bunch of them to them. At least that way I'm not stuck with all of them. Like the money part doesn't really matter. It's more of, I just wanted sway bars. A bunch of other people want sway bars, but I don't want to end up with excess sway bars. If you peep over there, you're going to see some wave tracks over there. And I already have excess wave tracks sitting around holding up some cash that I would rather have to spend on sway bar payments. Clutch cable payments, or I kind of took care of that one. But the difference is those don't take up that much space, and the sway bars will, and they will weigh a ton too, so that's bad. So yeah, just hyping up the sway bars. They will come with the bushing kit. I'm looking for the main bushings that go in the center for the main shaft of it. I don't know what they're called. And then the end link bushings should use the same like size. I will also include that in the kit, so everything will be included for you to just kind of pop it onto your car. At least that's the idea, and that's what I'm trying to go for. Also, in the realm of me uploading old videos with like the transcriptions and the subtitles, whatever translation, I also found this DVD recently. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know what's on it, but it's 41 minutes long. I'm gonna try to do one of these too, and stay tuned for that too. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and there'll be plenty of other K-Car content coming. I should drop another hint about one of my other 4 vehicles that are coming, because I told you one of them looks like one of these. The second one also looks like one of these, but it probably has one of these parts. I don't actually know because I've never seen one in person, and it has half of that situation, well, in steel. So that's hint number 2 on the 4 upcoming vehicles.